Hello everyone. Today, let's step into the world of the samurai, Japan's legendary warriors who continue to fascinate us. Samurai are more than just warriors. They were influential figures in Japanese society and highly skilled individual human beings. Together, we will uncover their remarkable history and lasting legacy. As a Japanese and a history buff, I will explain in detail and you will become a samurai doctor. In this video, I will provide a broad and in-depth look at the samurai, beginning with their origins, their arms and equipment, their moral values, Bushido, and their impact on Japanese history, culture, and modern society. We will look beyond our image of the samurai to see how they lived their lives, what their ideology was, what their values were, and how their ideology and values have influenced our modern world. We hope that through this journey, you will gain some understanding of the world of the samurai and that you will discover something new about their deep history and culture. Let's begin. 1. Historical background. The word samurai originally meant servant, and its origins date back to ancient Japan. They first served local powerful families and nobles, protecting their lord in war and politics. Then, by the late Heian period 12th century, the samurai became the military elite that ruled over all of Japan. This period, also known as the Samurai Age, saw the blossoming of the samurai way of life, Bushido, with its values of loyalty, honor, and courage. The Sengoku period from the 15th to 16th centuries can be said to be the most active period for the samurai. During this period, famous warring feudal lords fought fiercely throughout the country, and samurai honed their martial arts and strategies in the process. This period, which saw the building of powerful castles, large-scale battles, and the emergence of outstanding strategists, was an epoch in the rise of samurai culture, a period that is still talked about today. Then, in the relatively peaceful Edo period 1600 to 1868, the samurai found a new role again. With less need for warfare, they came to value knowledge and culture over military prowess, serving as educators, artists, and bureaucrats. Thus, the samurai played a variety of roles in Japanese history, and their influence remains strong in modern Japanese society. 2. Samurai lifestyle and ethics. As warriors, the samurai lived according to a strict moral and ethical code, or Bushido. This Bushido, meaning the way of the warrior, emphasized values such as loyalty, honor, and self-discipline. They swore to protect their lord and family at all costs, even at the cost of self, and to never dishonor their honor no matter what. In addition, samurai were not all about simply fighting. Art and culture were also an important part of their lives. Many samurai were proficient in a variety of art forms, including tea ceremony, flower arrangement, and calligraphy. These artistic activities were an integral part of their education and an expression of their spirituality. Samurai were also known as cultured individuals. They studied poetry and literature and had time to think deeply about philosophy and strategy. The education of the samurai was extensive, and its purpose was not only to develop their fighting skills, but also to understand themselves and improve themselves. In addition, harakiri or seppuku, a form of ritual suicide practiced among the samurai, symbolized the samurai's sense of honor. Samurai who had lost their honor or who had committed a crime would end their lives by disemboweling themselves in order to apologize for their crime or mistake and to restore their honor. Seppuku followed a strict ritual. The samurai, dressed in white and seated on a cushion, used a sword or dagger to commit seppuku. Usually an assistant would stand behind him and cut off his head after the samurai had disemboweled himself. This was done to minimize pain and shorten the process of the samurai taking his own life. However, some of these concepts and actions are difficult to understand from a modern perspective. Nevertheless, understanding the impact they had on the samurai's sense of honor, their social status, and their beliefs and actions is important to understanding what the samurai were and how they influenced Japanese history and culture. All of these elements show that the samurai were not just warriors, but unique individuals with a self-disciplined ethic and a deep cultural understanding. 3. Methods of combat, armors and equipment. Samurai fighting methods are very unique and include a wide variety of martial arts and tactics. They mastered the use of long-handled weapons, bow and arrow, and especially the katana, also known as the Japanese sword. Japanese swordsmanship is based on the principle of one-hit kill. This means pursuing the skill to defeat an opponent with a single blow. Therefore, samurai training emphasized quickness, accuracy, and predictability. The sword was the embodiment of a samurai's skill and spirituality. It was not just a weapon, but also a work of art that expressed the honor and spirit of the samurai. Sword making required a high level of skill and artistic sensibility, and each sword reflected the skills and sentiments of its maker. The samurai's armor and equipment were also symbolic of their status and role, and necessary for survival on the battlefield. Samurai wore distinctive armor, which not only provided protection, but also indicated their status and rank. Armor and helmets were decorated like works of art, with braided cords, metal fittings, lacquered metal, and other advanced crafting techniques. Samurai equipment was not only used for combat, but also for official occasions and ceremonies. For example, fans were used for strategic instructions and signaling, and were also used in daily life and ceremonies, such as tea ceremonies and poetry recitations. These arms and equipment illustrate the social status of the samurai, their individual skills, and the aesthetic sensibilities they valued. These are not just tools and equipment, but works of art that reflect the life and spirit of the samurai. 4. The influence of the samurai. Samurai have historically had a profound influence on Japanese society, culture, and politics. And this influence continues to the present day. From a cultural perspective, the samurai ethic of Bushido has had a profound influence on the values and standards of behavior throughout Japanese society. The values of honor, loyalty, courage, and self-discipline that the samurai valued can be seen in many aspects of Japanese education, business, and sports. The arts and culture created by the samurai have also been carried over into modern Japanese culture. Traditional arts such as tea ceremony, flower arrangement, and calligraphy are still a part of Japanese life and convey the aesthetic and spiritual sensibilities valued by the samurai. Furthermore, the influence of the samurai has spread throughout the world. Samurai are portrayed in a variety of media, including movies, anime, manga, and video games, and their values and philosophies are shared with people around the world. However, not all samurai influence is positive. The samurai have also been linked to issues such as class systems, gender roles, and war. Studying the history of the samurai is an opportunity to think deeply about these issues. Although the samurai are a part of the past, their legacy continues to influence modern Japan and the world. By understanding their influence, we can better understand the nature of the samurai and our own society and culture. 5. Consideration. Samurai have been central to Japanese culture and history through their history, lifestyle, ethics, equipment, and influence on society. They continue to be a vital link between past and present, between Japan and the world. The values of Bushido, the samurai way of life, are the source of the ideals of loyalty, courage, and self-discipline in modern society and continue to influence our lives today. The art and craftsmanship that they produced is alive and well in modern Japanese culture, and we continue to inherit their aesthetic sense and spirituality. But learning about the history of the samurai is more than just admiring their beautiful culture and superior skills. The existence of the samurai is also closely tied to social issues such as the class system, war, and gender discrimination. Through the history of the samurai, we have the opportunity to think deeply about these issues as well. Learning about the samurai is an important step toward understanding our own society and culture through history, learning from the past, and moving forward into the future. Their stories serve as a mirror for us to understand our own identity, respect others, and move our society forward for the better. This is the last of our introduction to the samurai, and we hope that this story has deepened your understanding of Japanese culture and provided you with new perspectives. If you found this video useful, please like it. This channel introduces Japanese tourist attractions, history and culture. If you like it, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about Japanese tourism, history, or culture, please feel free to ask in the comments section. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. See you soon.